Admission is currently open in Lisbon University, Portugal. Tuition fee is affordable. Like when I said affordable, it is affordable compared to some other schools in Portugal. They also have multiple courses, multiple programs available in Masters, Bachelor, Integrated Masters, and so on and so forth. And if you want to study in University of Lisbon, you don't require English test. Yes, you heard me right. You don't need proof for English test. What you need to do is you need to prove that your previous education were all taught in English. And the most important part is that there is no age limit. We all know that if you want to study in the University of Lisbon, there is no age limit. Even if there is a lot of gap in your previous education, if you meet the application requirement, you can still get the admission. So guys, in my previous video where I talk about list of schools in Portugal, and I asked my audience, I asked you all to type step by step in the comment section if you want me to teach you how to apply. And this is the video. I know it has been a long awaiting video. Many people want to know how to apply for this school, but I have to take my time to make sure I source for the best for you. Previously, there are some schools that open, but when I check their site, there are a lot of restriction or limitation because they have very less of English taught program. And I want to make sure when I bring it here, I want to make sure I bring you guys schools that have English program. And one thing that bachelor program students face is that it is difficult to find English taught program in most of the universities in Portugal. It is usual. And what I'm going to advise is that if you want to study in Portugal, if you want to do your bachelor degree in Portugal, you can still go for a program that says English/Portuguese. So which means the program can be taught in English and it can also be taught in Portuguese. I think once you get there also, it will also give you a chance to study the language. So it is okay because it is actually difficult to find a bachelor program that is fully taught in English. But if you want to further your education, you want to apply for a master's program, there are a lot of courses you can do English taught program in master's degree. So I have a school to share with you today, guys, and which is the University of Lisbon. I'm going to walk you through the entire application process step by step. You know how I do it on this channel. I make sure I break down everything. We go into the application together. I log in, let you know all the documents required before you put in the application. A lot of mistake that many people do is they don't check the requirements. As an example, if you want to study a master program and your previous studies is this, you have to make sure that the next program you want to choose, your previous program must be included in this program. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to take you through all the application process. So without further ado, without wasting more of your time, let's head over to my screen. Let's begin the application process. I want you to pay close attention and watch the video to the very end. I'm going to share with you how you can check if you are qualified to apply for that school before you waste your money, because every application require application fees. Every school you are applying for in Portugal require application fee. Make sure you do your diligent research before you apply. The application fees ranging from €50 to €75, and in some cases it is more than that. So guys, it is very important that you make your further research. Make sure that you are eligible to apply. If you come across any challenges or probably you don't know if you're suitable for that program, before you apply, make sure you send the school an email. Write them an email. Let them know your situation. They will respond to you. It might take time, maybe 1 or 2 days, but I'm assuring you that they will respond to you. It is better to ask questions than to waste your money and your time. You know that the time is running very fast. The first phase is going on right now. And once the first phase ends, we're going to approach the second phase. And for international students, it is important to apply during the first phase and second phase. When it comes to the third phase, I won't advise you to apply during the third phase because the visa processing takes time and all that. If you're serious about relocating to Portugal this year, 2025, this is the time to start your application. And if you want to do your legalization, I have a solution for you. If you've been planning to legalize your documents, you are not able to get your appointment, please write me an email with the subject Portugal documents legalization. I will be able to help you to do your legalization, because I recently helped one of our followers to secure an appointment, and the document legalization has been done. So it's going to take time, and with this, we have limited period of time for the application going on right now. You want to make sure that you've started your legalization. You don't need to wait to legalize your document before you apply. While that is going on, you can also prepare to legalize your document, so that when the school eventually requests for a legalized document, you have it to show. And during your visa application also, they will ask for your legalized documents. So guys, without further ado, let's step into the application process. We are going to apply to one of the schools in the University of Lisbon, and I'm going to share with you the very important thing you need to take note while applying for school. This is not being taken care of. You can waste your money, waste your time. You have to wait to hear from the school if you've been selected or not. If you've watched this video to this point and you haven't liked the video, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel. When you log into the site, it will be in Portuguese, so you want to make sure you translate it to English. So that should be the first thing. To locate where the programs are, you have to scroll down. These are all the courses in Bachelor. These are all the program in Integrated Masters. This is Master, and this is PhD and Diploma. First, I'm going to share with you what are the programs available in Bachelor. Then here we'll come to Integrated Master, and we'll come to Master. For PhD and Diploma, there are not much of English program. So let's click on Bachelor to see what are the programs available. I'm going to be focusing on the program taught in English. There are some programs as well that are taught in English and Portuguese. So if you want to pick programs that are taught in English and in Portuguese, you can also select that. But basically, I'm going to focus on programs that are taught in English for people who have been finding it difficult to find an English taught program in Portugal. So for Bachelor program, as per my research, I've made my research, and there are very few programs taught in English. So if you want to study a bachelor degree in Portugal, I will advise you can also go for programs that are taught in English, Portuguese. You'll find a lot of programs. I'm going to share with you. There is one that is taught in English, which is management. So we'll just check for that. Under management, you will find a program taught in English. Let's click on this management. So this program is fully taught in English. Don't get confused. There are two management programs over there. So you click on the second one. This first one is taught in Portuguese. I want to first show you the programs taught in English. Then I will now come back and pick one program and explain to you how you should choose your program. So I think that is better that way. Let's first analyze the programs that are taught in English in the University of Lisbon, and we will come back and select one of the programs which I'm going to use to demonstrate on how to pick a perfect program for you and how to apply step by step. So now for Bachelor program, we've gotten one program that is fully taught in English. Let's check the fees, how much you'll be paying. So this is going to cost you 7,500 euro. This is going to be per year. And in 1 year, there are 2 semesters. So there are some schools, they will ask you to pay your school fees per semester. But for this program and for this school, for the University of Lisbon, you'll be paying this amount per year. So just imagine if one school is saying you should pay 3,500 per semester. So it's just going to be the same thing, because in 1 year, there are 2 semesters in 1 year. So take note of that. For your first year, you'll be paying 7,500. And for the second year as well, you'll be paying 7,500, because this program is a 2 years bachelor program. Let's check another program that is taught in English under bachelor program. Another one that I've checked here is economics. So this economics is taught in Portuguese. Let's check the second one. This is the second one. So this one is taught in English. So let's check the school fees, if it's something we can afford. So this is also 7,500. As per my research, these 2 programs are the only programs taught in English under Bachelor in the University of Lisbon. There are not much of program taught in English. But if you want to consider programs that are taught in English Portuguese, you will find a lot. Example of programs that are taught in Portuguese/English, which means part of your program will be taught in English and the other part of your program will be taught in Portuguese. If you can maneuver it, then it is fine. You can always go to Google to translate the one taught in Portuguese, and also you can get help from your colleagues, from your classmates once you start your program. So now the next thing I'm going to do is let's check for masters. I'm not going to check this integrated masters. Let's see what are the courses that are taught in English in master program. This is one of the challenges people have when they want to study in Portugal. Majority of the programs are taught in Portuguese. So let's check data analytics for business, which is this. Under master, there is data analytics for business, and this is taught in English. If you want to study this program, your first year you pay 6,350. Your second year you pay 3,500 euro, and the program is taught in English. Another program I know is taught in English in the University of Lisbon under master is finance. Let's check. It's taught in English, and the course fees is 8,000 for your first year, and for your second year you'll be paying 3,900 euro. Let's check management information system. Is also taught in English, guys, and the course fees is 4,900 euro for your first year, and your second year will be 3,000, so total will be 7,900. So that is how you'll be checking all of the programs here. When you want to search for school, your most priority should be the language of instruction. I'm going to select one of the bachelor program as an example for you to choose your program and what are the key points you need to look out in order to know if you're qualified to apply for this school or not. So I'm going to use the economics under bachelor program. I'm going to select it, and I will use it as an example for you to apply. I'm going to give you a few guidelines you should follow, and I hope by following these steps you'll be able to select the right course. For the end of it, you will get a good response from the school. If you want to apply for a program, if you want to further your education, there are few questions you should ask yourself. One is, what do I want to study? If you know what you want to study, the next thing is, what am I gaining out of this program? And the next question should be, where do I want to work after gaining this certificate or this degree? Where do I want to work? So if you ask yourself these three questions, you should be able to know where you fall into. Let's assume you want to study economics. We already know this is what we want to study, and the school also will do their own assignment by providing you everything you need. They will tell you what are the things they will teach you if you enroll in this course. They will tell you the language of instruction. They will tell you the career prospects. When you finish this program, what career can you choose? What path can you choose? Where can you work? Those are the key things you need to look. If you check through the program and you didn't fit in any of this category they list out, you need to turn back and search for another program. For this course, they said the degree aim at educating students to become a professionals who are able to perform evaluation, advisory, and managing tasks in economic affairs for different types of organizations in the world of economics, finance, and business. In addition to basic education in microeconomics and microeconomics, the degree provides consistent training in associated areas still essential to economists, such as management, mathematics, history, sociology, and law. These are the area of your study, such as management, mathematics, history, sociology, and law. If you have HND, you have your secondary school certificate. If you have a knowledge of history, you have a knowledge of mathematics, management, then this is something you should do. Students also encouraged to develop research projects and work in teams, getting them closer to their future professionals in life. The school, they will tell you, you should have this certificate or you should have this degree. This is mostly common. You want to further your education in masters. I think this is going to be a good fit for many people. Now let's check what is the career prospect. ISEG graduates leaves university prepared to cope with the demand of the national and international job markets. This is confirmed by the results of the survey that is regularly carried out with the recent ISEG graduates. We indicate a rapid and effective integration into the working life, as about 35% of students are offered a job before they graduate, with a 90% level of employment 6 months after graduating. So the school is testifying that 35% of their students, before they even finish their program, they are offered a job, and the said 90% of their students, they got a job 6 months after their graduation. Priority is always given at ISEG to an education aimed at placing graduates in the job market, providing students with the most appropriate skills for carrying out the activities in a variety of career opportunity. ISEG graduates find job in main sectors of economic, financial, and business world, particularly in the following profession. So after your graduation, you can work in this sector. You can decide to work in the bank, you can work with an insurance company, you can work in a company as an auditor or a consultant, and you can also work in an international economics and financial organization. You can be a management of industrial and a service company. You can also work in a national or local government office. You can also choose to be a teacher or be a researcher. So now that we know all of that, the next thing is to come here. Now this school is in their first phase. The second phase is also coming up, and majority of the schools during their first phase, they pick less students. So if you didn't get selected in first phase, prepare your documents to apply in the second phase. For the first phase, for international students, they are going to be picking 10. Only 10 vacancies available for international students. But if you look here, for EU students, they have 100 seats for them. So which means you have to make sure your application is well detailed. And the school fees is 7,500. You'll be spending 15,000 on your program. There are some schools in Portugal, they charge per semester. So now let's assume we finalize this program. You will come in. If there is still any other thing we need to know about this program, let's get to know. Is there any other thing we need to know before we put in our application? So let's click on apply. You have to make sure you translate it to English. Translate it here to English. If we have to create an account, let's put in our name. You put in your name, your family name, your identification document type. So here you'll be selecting which identification card do you want to use. If you want to use your passport, you select your passport. If you have an identity card of your country that you want to use, you can select identity card of origin country. So if you're using your passport, you click on passport. And if you're using your identity card, maybe your NIN or anything, you can select it here. So I will just select passport. So and here you select identification number. If it's your NIN, you write your NIN here. If it's your passport you've selected here, you put in your passport number. You write a passport number here. And here you put in your details, your birth, your date of birth, your gender. You select your gender, and here you select your country of birth. Select your country of birth. Select your phone number. Phone number, you will select your country. So if you are from Nigeria, you are from Ghana, you are from India, so you select it accordingly. Then you write the rest of your number. And then if you are writing the rest of your number, if your number is less than 707, you don't write the first zero at the front. You will erase it and you start from 70. Then you write the remaining of your number. And here you put in your email address. You put in your email address again to confirm. And the password you want to use, you can create your password and confirm your password here. Then you click on I'm not a robot and create. Our account has been created successfully. We will move on to application. So guys, once you log in into the account, you put in your username sent to you through email, and you input your password, you'll find yourself on this page. And what I discover right now is that they have a different selection going on here, which is master's and PhD. I didn't see anything here for bachelor degree. If you want to apply for a bachelor program and once you log in, it appeared to you like this, please, you have to send them an email. Try to confirm with them if the admission is not open right now, because on the site it shows open and you can apply. So you will need to send them an email. Right now we have a slot for master's program, and for master's programs open on 4th of February 2025 as well, and deadline is 31st of March 2025. So you click on create. Once you click on it, also I realized that there are some selection which is really good. They've selected some program that is taught in English. I won't ask you to apply directly. Get the name of the program and go back to their site, read about it, make your findings, and make sure it is taught in English as mentioned here. Then you can come back here and select the program. But then if the program is something that you're not interested in, I will advise you that you look for different school. Economics is taught in English, and also finance is also taught in English. But when we come on the site, a bachelor program is not being mentioned. So let's click on create. Proceed to application preparation. You say yes. So now this is where it gets interesting, because you will need to put in all your details: workflow monitoring, degrees, personal data, last completed qualification, status last completed, other qualification. So these are the things you will need to input here. So you have to click on degrees. If we want to change from economics to another program, then you can do that as well. So we will not be changing our program. Next thing is personal data. You can cross-check if everything is accurate. So if you want to edit, you can click on edit. You'll be able to edit your personal data just in case if anything is not right. If you've done that, then you click on last completed qualification. When you see this, that shows that there is some data that is missing that you are yet to input. If you fill in everything correctly, it should be like this. So there are some data we need to fill in here. So this is where you will add all your current qualification, country of study, your school levels, institution, degree, mass conclusion, and everything. You click on edit and you'll be able to edit everything. And the next one will be your status, your last completed qualification. Have you completed the last qualification? Let's say yes, you finished, and they will ask you for your final grade. You can input your final grade there. And the next one will be other qualification. If you have any other qualification, this is the time to add it. So once you fill in everything, you are sure that you've put in everything, then you click on submit application. So once you finish everything, you click on submit. When you click on submit, there is a certain amount you need to pay for application fee, and that is where I'm making sure that you select the right program. Are you sure you want to finalize the application process? After formalization, you will no longer be able to edit your data, and the information necessary to pay the application fee will be granted. So once you click on submit, make payment, and also for the payment, they will give you a certain period of time to make your payment, within 24 to 48 hours to make your payment. And if you're not able to make your payment within this time, your application will be terminated. The application fee for University of Lisbon, they have different fees. If you're submitting application for bachelor, the application fee is €60. And if you're submitting application for masters, the application fee is €50. There is not much things to do. The only thing you need is submit a strong application before you make your payment. And once you submit your application, they will give you 24 to 48 hours to make payment for your application. If you're unable to make this payment, your application will be terminated, which means your application will be cancelled. So they will give you within 24 hours to 48 hours to make payments. If you are not yet ready for your payment, don't submit, because the moment you submit your application, your time starts counting. So guys, if there is any further questions you would like me to answer, please drop it in the comment section and I'll be there to respond to you. So guys, that is everything you need to know about the application process. It is easy and simple. It is something you can do by yourself. You don't need to pay anyone to apply for you. If you watch the video diligently, you should be able to apply by yourself. And the next thing is that once you get your acceptance letter, what is the next thing to do? The next thing to do is to secure a visa. Start securing a date for your application. That is the first thing. You have to first secure a date through the VSFirst website. You can write to your school, send them an email to help you facilitate the processing time of your visa. And for those of you who want to move with your family, you can apply for a company visa, and I will advise you to do the processing together because of the time frame. Do the processing together so that both of you can move at the same time. So guys, this is going to be the end of the video. If there is anything I'm yet to mention that I forget, please drop it in the comment section and I'll be happy to respond to your comments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to Easy Travel with Olakeni, and don't forget to share this video with your loved ones. And I wish you the best of luck in your application process, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.